Chainsaw Man new episode just dropped and we found out lots of new important details and even got to see Denji fighting Batman, so let's talk all about that. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel for another breakdown video of Chainsaw Man for anime watchers. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, and if you want to contribute to my channel, you can now do that using the new thanks button. And now let's jump to our episode. This episode felt more like a filler episode to me personally, like it was some side story of the actual story. We didn't get a lot of progress, but even so, we did get some very important details about the characters and the nature of devils. We go back a few minutes after the last episode ended and Makima is now on scene with Denji and Power. We learn about Power's devil name from her past. She was called the Blood Devil, and that is why she can do all those cool blood manipulations, like this giant blood hammer. We also learn that she is a big liar, as she shamelessly tells Makima she was only doing what Denji told her to do. From this we start learning about the nature of fiends and devils. Unlike humans, who have some expected moral standards, Power doesn't seem to be bothered from telling a lie and doesn't feel shame when she is being called a liar. Denji is absolutely stunned that she can lie so bluntly to his face, and that just makes him dislike Power and her actions even more. Another very obvious thing is that Power really wants to keep this job for some reason. We still don't know the reason for her transitioning from being a devil to being a fiend, or what made her do that, and we will return to this very soon. But anyway, it seems that this job is very important to her for some reason we still don't know about. Important enough for her to lie and do whatever she needs to in order to keep her job and Makima satisfied. Power also has very distinguished eyes, similar to Makima's case, who also has a very unique looking eyes. Adding to that, there is the issue of her incredible sense of smell, which Makima also shares, so I'm still wondering about Makima's true nature. In general, it is apparent that Power doesn't like humans or working with them. She says it out front to Denji. She hates humans, the way they act and the way they think. But she also hates devils because apparently one of them stole her cat from her once. And yes, this cat's name is Meowie. That shows us there aren't many people Power really likes, and also that it doesn't take much to make her hate you. This entire situation again raises the question about the nature of devils and fiends. Are they all morally depraved like Power? What makes her different from that aspect? And why did she choose to fight devils? Is it really just because of her cat? Although Power seems to hate just about anyone, apparently she has a soft side for cats. Back when she was the Blood Devil, she found a cat she intended to eat, so she nourished him back to health for that purpose. But in time, and unlike others, the cat wasn't afraid of her, and she didn't try to kill it like she usually does. And in time, they grew closer to each other until it was taken from her one day. Power wants her cat back, and she is willing to do whatever it takes, even if it means working with the humans which she despises. Although, I'm pretty sure she didn't join the Devil Hunters just for that alone. We will have to wait for a future episode to find out. This cat became the one thing she cared about, and Denji can relate to that because he had the same thing with Pochita. Even though Power is very dismissive towards Denji, he still can find something he could relate to. And of course, his prime objective. Boobs. Which obviously makes him do absolutely anything. So when Power flat out offers him sexual favors for helping her save her cat, Denji doesn't think twice. He even puts on an act of him being chivalrous, helping a lady get her cat back. While of course he's being a giant douchebag. Yep, cat and sexual favors, that's normal. But anyway, unlike Denji, Power also doesn't share the human notion of carrying someone inside your heart. In her perspective, death is the absence of life, so once you die, you can't live inside someone's heart like humans tend to say. Of course, in Denji's case, Pochita is literally living inside or as his actual heart. But that does make Denji think about the concept of death and if Pochita is still with him. This entire conversation just shows Denji how different they are. He doesn't believe they can ever get along. We jump to Makima standing in front of 5 older men who seems to be her higher-ups, possibly the people in charge of the entire Devil Hunters. We can see how they look at her experimental department, referring to them as hunting dogs, while Makima also refers to them as pets, but more kindly or lovingly, like puppies she just picked up from the street. It appears they have a situation between the USA and the Soviet nation on this world. There is also a rumor of devils being used in the army, and the 5 older guys hope the devils will be Japan's only enemy in the future. So I guess they mean the other nations are about to destroy each other, which is interesting. They mention some actions from the American side, so I hope we will get some more information about that soon. The group asks if Makima found some new hunting dogs, and she replies that she found one dog which is promising and another which is interesting. The promising one could be Aki, although I doubt it because he has been there for 3 years, so she might be talking about someone else, maybe Power or someone we didn't get to meet yet. The interesting dog she mentions was Denji, as she later explains to Aki why she chose the word interesting. And here we get a very big piece of information about this world. It seems the devils are the manifestation of actual fears, each one born with a distinctive name. Like the Bat Devil represents the fear of bats, the Blood Devil the fear of everything blood related, the Coffee Devil the weird thing of coffee, and so on. The bigger the fear is, the stronger the devil's supposed to be. And that made me wonder about some of the really horrible devils out there. Here are some that I expect to be absolutely terrifying. The War Devil, the Love Devil, the Spider Devil, oh god, the Nuke Devil, the Clown Devil, the Staying Alone Devil, and the strongest of all, the Devil of Commitment. But yeah, that's just my personal experience, and maybe your devils are a bit different, but that is still a very cool way of representing them, and that makes me question, how does a devil born? Is he born out of some traumatic experience of a single person, of an entire society? This kinda reminds me of the monsters in Monster Inc. But anyway, it makes me wonder, what was the fear of Chainsaw that led to the Chainsaw Devil's creation, and why is he so adorable? All of the above is why Makima thinks Denji is a very interesting puppy, which of course, Aki doesn't like to hear. Going back to Denji and Power, what a surprise! Power just betrayed him and served him up to a devil, which again speaks highly of how much she doesn't care for humans. She even makes fun of Denji for falling for her plan. The part about her cat was right though. It was taken by Batman or this Bat Devil. He told her she needs to bring him a human if she wants to see her cat again. It is important to mention the Bat Devil took it from her once she was still a devil and before she became a fiend, which I think is kinda important. Why did she stop being a devil? When was that transformation? And why didn't she just take her cat by force back then? I hope we'll get some answer for that as well. Power tells the Bat Devil she needed to find some freedom from the other devil hunters, which makes us think about more things she might be hiding. The Bat Devil drinks some of Denji's blood and he hates it. It heals him, but now he craves some more fresh blood. He takes out Power's cat, but instead of giving it back, he eats the cat. Power looks at Denji. She could finally understand what he felt when he realized he can't pet Puchita anymore. That was a horrible feeling she just experienced, and she does nothing while the bat eats her as well. Denji then remembers one time Puchita went missing. He searched for him all night. He later found him waiting for him back home, but he remembered how he felt when he thought he would never see him. Denji grabs Batman's legs as he goes out flying, but Batman grabs him and squeezes him. Denji remembered that feeling, and he can't imagine how hard it was for Power to sleep at night knowing this devil had her cat. He grabs his cord and unleashes his devil form, cutting the bat's hand off, Levi style. Denji mentions that transforming like this makes him lose a lot of blood, and here we see him starting his engine again mid-fight. That makes me wonder how much of this can he actually take before he passes out. Denji and the bat drop to the street, and the bat doesn't understand why is Denji fighting to save humans. He is a devil the same as him, so why is he fighting against him? And here we get another important detail. Denji doesn't really care for all the people around him. He is not trying to be a hero. He grabs a car with a person still inside it and throws it at a bat, showing him he doesn't care for that. He was very patient up until now, and he just doesn't understand how didn't he get with any girl just yet. He is just frustrated. That was so stupid and cringy, it made Batman drop his dinner. I mean, what can you say to that? From there, Denji just lets loose of all of his frustrations on Batman, tearing him apart and making it rain. And that was also the end of this fun episode, which didn't progress the plot that much, but did provide us with a lot of information about devils and the way they act. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new here and hit that thanks button if you want to support me and my channel. I will see you all real soon in my next video and even sooner in the comments, but until then, let me just remind you all to dedicate your hearts to all of humanity, inside and outside the walls.